So my friend Kay, the River Cabin, asked me to make a video on trying to date, being a woman in your 50s, trying to date a man who's the same age. And essentially, I've pretty much given up on that. It's recent that I've given up on that.
At least she's being honest, right? As a woman in her 50s, she's saying, trying to date a 50-year-old guy, no, right? It's very difficult to find that because guys who are in their 50s know they can get women who are younger. Even guys without like a whole lot of skill can still go 5-10 years younger easily, right? Without a whole lot of skill. If you're in 7 months of mastery, you could get these 20-year-olds just like me and many of my students, if not the 18, 19-year-olds, right? You can, right? You can.
But yeah, it's quite difficult, and I think harder in America to date a man your age than it is in Italy. But also in Italy, I seem to be attracting younger men. When I went to Italy...
Okay, a lot of these women just try to conflate attracting men with having sex with men. Of course, a lot of these guys will date down just to have sex with you, but they will not stick around, okay? They will not stick around. I just wanted to read this comment that she's actually replying to. She's replying to some other woman who was having the same dating struggle that she is as a 50-year-old plus woman. She says, and as a 50-year-old woman, here we are ignored, put down, and insulted on the regular. No chance of dating men our age with 30-year-olds. So she said it herself, right? No chance of dating guys their own age when there are 30-year-old women around. But obviously, again, if you have a little bit of skill, you could get the 20-year-olds easily, as I teach many of my students to do. My girlfriend is in her early 20s as well. You don't need to date these 50-year-old women. But this woman went off to Italy to have sex with these guys. Those aren't that's not what you call dating, lady. That's just called having sex with these guys.
Normally my dating app age range is 45, the lowest, which seemed young to me before. Up to whatever, up to death. 75 and hot? Sure, I'll hit it.
But
there you go. When I went to Italy, the dating apps had less people on them, and so I lowered my age range just to see, what was on, and I started dating a 43-year-old, and that was actually, I realized, that was one of the better relationships I've had in the last couple of years. A lot less bullshit. So I guess I'm rambling a little, but I'll talk about kind of the problem with trying to date men that are, I'd say, 48 and up in America.
Yeah, we have options.
Again, this is just my experience, but
it's all your experiences.
I've been single since my ex-husband and I broke up in 2012.
Yeah.
So that's a good 10 years.
And how has that been working out for you? These 50-year-old women, these middle-aged females divorcing their husbands who are mostly good men, right? Mostly good guys that at one time, they were in love with, and they lost interest in them because the guy just started catering to them a little too much, compromising a little too much, happy wife, happy life, got brainwashed with that, and the woman started to lose respect for him. And this is why I tell my students, I have guys in my 7 months of mastery program that are married. Some guys trip out about that, right? Even my own girl tripped out about that. She's like, why are married guys in your program when she first met? Now she knows. She was like, oh, I see. They still have to attract their wife. And these guys get it. And a lot of these guys have kids, they have families, they have money, and they're like, I don't want to lose my family. It's not even about the wife. It's like, I don't want to lose my family. I want us to stay intact. What do I need to do? Because I feel like my wife is starting to lose a little interest. And I'm like, it's always the same thing. I'm like, are you catering to her more? Are you compromising? Are you negotiating with her? All of a sudden that you didn't used to do this when you first started dating. They're always like, oh my gosh, how did you know? Are you in my house? I'm like, no, because it's always the same story. So I always tell them, you know what I want you to do? Stop doing that. Knock it off. Start putting yourself first. Stop buying into this Joy Reid, freaking The Real, whatever it is, wherever you learn this stuff like happy wife, happy life. No, you have to put your happiness first as a man. Yeah, I'm talking to you if you're married right now and you feel like you're losing your wife. because you're going to follow the same synopsis as many of these divorced guys if you don't heed my advice, right? Your wife, your girlfriend, whoever you're dating, the way she derives happiness as a woman is by seeing you happy. If you are happy, she lives vicariously through your happiness. You cannot go out and try to make her happy. Almost every guy on the planet that goes out and tries to make his girl happy and puts her happiness before his ends up getting divorced, dumped, or cheated on. Period. Right? And I have no shame in saying, in my relationship with my girl, I do what I need to do first. Right? I'm the breadwinner. I'm the man. I'm much older. Obviously, I'm the alpha of the relationship. She needs to take my lead. Right? Obviously, she needs to make sure I'm rested, I'm feeling good, there's no drama in our relationship, because I could easily go out and pick up other women. She knows that, right? I picked her up. She needs to make sure that I'm at my best, I'm optimal, so I could do these coaching videos, and I feel good about myself. You notice I'm always smiling, I'm always happy when I'm working. I mean, yeah, I've got a great girl. So, but a lot of that comes back to, hey, my priorities are first. Okay, so where a lot of you guys go wrong is you start to prioritize a woman, even though you're the breadwinner, or you're the one who's carrying that relationship. You start to prioritize her because you're afraid of losing her, and then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where you do lose her. That's why. And then these chicks just lose interest, like any other chick, and then they leave you. Right? But look at her. She's 50 on these dating apps. I mean, does she look happier than she did 10 years ago? I bet you the answer is no.
I've been dating and been in relationships, and I was in a 3-year relationship with someone that was a couple years younger than me. We started dating when I was like 48, and he was, 47 or something. But
now look at all these relationships she's had. She went from a marriage with one guy that was probably like a good couple of decades or more, right? Sleeping with one man, assuming she was faithful, to now she's opening her legs for just dozens of guys on these apps.
Anyway, after that relationship, I tried dating people my age again, and
good luck with that.
It was very difficult. And basically, okay, here's a few of my observations. One, at least in LA, all
where we are.
Dudes 50 and up, they all say they're looking for a long-term relationship.
Well, not with a 50-year-old woman, that's for sure. They're looking for a long-term relationship with somebody who's like at least 25 years younger.
And I'm like, how do you know you want to be in a long-term relationship? You don't know that person. Like saying I'm looking for an LTR. And then what you realize is that they're most likely newly divorced. The women are the one, their wives are the ones who divorced them.
Of course.
They're sick of just pretty much, giving and having a grown male child, which
Sure.
we've seen people talking about all over the place here on TikTok. And they're really just looking for someone else to fill that role for them because they don't know how to take care of themselves. And also they just want they want the benefit of someone who's just always there, will have sex with them forever, and they can take and not really give anything.
Oh God,
and
give me a break.
Reality of
give me a break. It's mostly these women in these relationships who are take. They're just they do so much self-projection. I notice this about a lot of these modern females. These women who divorce their husbands, they're narcissists, right? And one thing that narcissists do very often is they self-project. They self-project the things they don't like about themselves onto other people. And you might have dealt with some narcissists, and they're like accusing you of all this crazy stuff where you're like, wait, I didn't do a single one of those things. And then if you really turn the mirror on them, you realize that like, oh wait, they're the ones who actually do this. They're just projecting.
In their 50s, they don't understand the modern idea of give and take in a relationship, equitability.
Okay, so she's woke. Anytime I hear that word equity now, you're a woke loony that has been, intrinsically just brainwashed by the Matrix, which is nowadays CNN, MSNBC, the White House, you name it.
Treating someone how you wish to be treated, And
Sure.
You know what it really is because these men in their 50s, they got to see these traditional relationships with their own parents.
True.
Where their mother just took whatever abuse, their father got to have whatever the hell they had.
She's projecting, right? That's your family. Maybe that's your mom who took abuse from your dad, right? That sounds like that's your family, right? That's most people I know grew up in 2-parent households. It was obviously a struggle, right, for both couples, but both partners, I should say. But yeah, she's obviously projecting her own issues with her own family.
And so, no one wants to do worse than their parents. That's really it. That's why they're so set in their ways. They're just completely attached to the idea of having the unbalanced relationship that their parents did.
And again, she's projecting. You notice what she's doing here? She is a narcissist, right? I am clinically diagnosing her as a narcissist. She is doing a lot of self-projection here. She's talking about herself. You can even see it in her eyes, her facial expression, just her energy. She's talking about herself here, and she's trying to pin it on other people just because narcissists never take blame or any accountability for what they did wrong. I would like to have a discussion with her husband, and I can bet he's probably relieved that she finally left, but this is obviously not working out for her.
So, in my dating experience, I usually avoid dudes that say LTR in their dating profiles, but then when I would still date these guys, 48 and up, it was just kind of interesting because, 2 or 3 dates, and they thought that they were just in with you. There was nothing, they just thought, okay, this is my new LTR. Or if you smashed once or twice, then, oh, we're exclusive. And, they were literally just trying to push everything into, you're my new...
Okay, listen what she's talking about. She's talking as if she's a teenager. So, if we smash once or twice, so clearly she's sleeping around, right? She's sleeping around. I mean, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure that out.
You're my new wife or whatever the fuck, And literally, I had to stop because I was like, I'm sick of people trying to wife me up. And I...
Wife me up? Oh my goodness, man. Is she being even honest here, or is she trolling? Who's trying to wife you
I
up?
think that's very funny because you see people on TikTok talking about how all the women over 50 are going to die alone with their cats because they're...
Yeah, you're going to be one of them. Do you see her finding love again, finding another husband, finding her forever man? No, I would put the money on no. Just like almost every chick we feature on this channel, none of those chicks are going to. I'll be shocked if even a single one gets married.
Standards. It's like I literally can't date a man my age without him trying to, rope me into some, traditional, classic, monogamous.
Is she recording this to piss on her husband? Is her ex-husband going to see this? I mean, I almost feel like she's just lying through her teeth.
Boring ass relationship. So I guess the moral of the story is and what I'm saying is the only advice I could really give women my age is you might feel creepy reducing your dating app age down to, 38. But there is a sweet spot. These men in the 35 to 45 year age range, they're not young enough to look like little babies to you. They're hot. And their brains are a little better. They're not like this. And I'll make another video if you want, comment, and, men can come and yell at me and tell me I'm all wrong about this. And then I'll make another video talking about the benefits of dating a man about 20 years younger than you.
Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, when guys do it, you're creepy, right? But the fact that she's talking about guys who are 35 to 45 that want to date her, I don't know of... I don't know many of these dudes outside of very, very low value dudes that are dating women in their mid-50s and up, that are between the ages of 35 to 45, because that is a sweet spot for you as a guy, to date women in their 20s. Why would you date somebody who could be your grandma? So again, I don't know if she's trolling or just lying through her teeth and doing this as a publicity stunt so her ex-husband will see it. I don't know. But the fact that she took 5 minutes, literally, it was 5 minutes to ramble on about her 50-year-old sex escapades on the dating apps, tells me that she's a narc. There you go. Nothing but hookups after 50. People with trauma. Well, again, she's projecting. Friends with benefits. Yeah. Dating sites. So why did you divorce your ex-husband? Yeah, so why did you divorce your ex-husband if obviously she knows that's what you're getting on the dating app. You're just getting hookups, friends with benefits. These guys are just using you for sex. Yeah, these guys will never commit to you. Who are you fooling?
Right. I don't know what's going on out there lately, but
I have encountered a couple guys that are possibly playing hard to get or something, and
I don't know of a single guy in the world that plays hard to get, right? We're either interested or we're not interested, right? We might play it cool a little bit, but nobody's playing hard to get.
Maybe it's just me, but if somebody's playing hard to get, then I will let them win that game every time, because I don't play like that. Anybody else having this issue, or what are you guys seeing out there?
So basically these guys are sleeping with her, but they're not doing anything else. They're not really playing hard to get. They're just not interested in dating somebody who is 55 years old. If they are in their 50s, they can date much younger. So boy, that was a doozy. As always, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share, please drop them in the comments below. And as always, this is M from the 33 Secrets signing out here. Don't forget to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and smash that notification bell for me as well. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm, and I would appreciate it if you did. And for you guys who want to support my work and everything I'm teaching you here on my content, all this red pill, gold pill, platinum pill content, best way to support my work is to simply jump into 7 months of mastery. Right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me. So take advantage of it. All you need to do is click the link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out.